Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is...
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that. So there's a lot of good that he did. But he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Yeah, that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Only 2 there on the dump-off. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
This taken in by Jakeem Grant. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On third down, Sapp. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Come on now, let's go.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Damon Harrison, the one on the stop. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On first down, Sapp. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 25 carries, 130 yards.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, Dobbs. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And now it's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Wide open receiver, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Back to throw Dobbs. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on 3rd and goal. From the gun, Dobbs. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Myers connects on the PAT. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your 1st drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us to rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jadeveon Clowney has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Stafford. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, A little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On second down, Sam. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On the Jets sweep, here's Grant. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Dobbs. He'll let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Dobbs is throwing. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 14-0. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
The first down carry here for Johnson. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose.
Easy work. It's easy work.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
Rush in. Rush in. Showing up. Showing up.
On second down now, Sam. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now Dobbs. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Lions will take over. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Over the middle, complete. That's Larson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Stafford.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Stafford on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. They're going draw play. Stafford to Johnson. And he'll go down at the 28. The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. 2 minutes to play. First half, it's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years?
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Well, he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal. Stafford. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jesse James, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. On 3rd down, Sapp, and he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will be taken at the 13. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On 1st down, Stafford here. And some room to work. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Back out is Matthew Stafford in the Lions offense. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Dobbs. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
On 2nd down, Sapp. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. From the gun on 3rd down, Dobbs Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Damon Harrison in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. So a change of possession here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Everyone got four down.
Stafford gives to Johnson on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Stafford. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Sam. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, 1st down Seahawks. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now Dobbs, this one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Dobbs now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. They'll try the left side. Sam. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Dobbs to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On the ground, this is Johnson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Here comes Grant on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
First down. 53, Mike. Hey, I'm coming.
They'll run on 1st down. Sapp, and he's got some space here. Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. With his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. Trying to lay one up deep. Into heavy traffic and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On 1st down, Sapp. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On play action, it's Dobbs. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
To throw on 3rd down. Dobbs will try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call it a loss of 8 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
On the NFL scoreboard elsewhere, 3rd quarter down in Arizona. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Cardinals scoring again. They've got that one in cruise control. Kyler Murray dominant in this one. 4 touchdown passes. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit. Stafford now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Stafford throwing right in that that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Stafford looks to throw again. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Stafford. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the left side. Seth.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll keep it on the ground. Seth, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
11 yards there and a Lion first down. On 1st down, it's Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
And there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 38, Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sapp, not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. On third down, Dobbs. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So Stafford and the Lions now down by 2 touchdowns. Just over 2 minutes to go. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Stafford here coming off his pick six. Throw left side taken in by Galladay. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing on third down, Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 3rd down. Now Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. To throw is Stafford. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Quincy Enunwa. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But This one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And checking that NFL scoreboard there in the fourth quarter. And a loose football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sapp. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.